Full transparency up front, this video is sponsored by Horus Heresy Legions, the card game for Horus Heresy. It is a digital card game with PvP, so you can play in a ladder against people, as well as campaigns that regularly get updated. At the moment, there is a Dark Angel campaign event that you can enter, which is like a solo experience. But there's also a March of the Titans event on the moment where you get to go and defend Terra against not only other people, so you PvP against other people, but also against the Titan Legions as AI bosses. Titandeath is the latest expansion that has just dropped, with Titan decks coming to the store where you get to build your own Titan. For example, I've got Cypress Regnum here. You can go into the Titan builder, and when you've got the cards appropriate for it, you can go ahead and change the weapons that you've got on the carapace of your Titan. I've been meaning to play some Horus Heresy Legions for a while. I enjoyed it on mobile and I've just installed it on desktop. Absolute full transparency, I can't really speak about the economy because the folks over at Everguild were kind enough just to give me a load of resources to make videos. So I've got shit tons of resources. If only other companies would do the same for their card games, eh? Not mentioning any names. So let's play some Horus Heresy Legions. I've been smashing the Custodes deck into ladder up to level 10, but we're about to take the Titans for a ride, because that's the big thing right now. Titandeath brings the Titans, the huge, monstrous fucking machines of death, to Horus Heresy Legions. If you don't know what a Titan is, this is a Titan. They are huge, huge monsters. You've seen like knights on the tabletop, these things? These things are 10 times taller. The Warlord Titan is actually the biggest model available on the Forge World website for the actual real world game. And of course you can play with Titans in the Adeptus Titanicus game as well. Let's do some fucking battling. Here we go, we've got this lad. We're against a real world opponent. Sometimes you get matched against bots if you are like in an elo where there's no one playing. Our opponent's called Catechil. They are playing Iron Hands, it looks like. I have not played this deck yet, so I don't know what cards are good. Although 8 mana Astraman Warhound, which is a vehicle, a Warhound, I'm not going to be keeping that.
It does not matter if we are defeated today.
So normally you start with a Warlord.
The storm.
Normally you start with a Warlord and you summon troops to fight with and use tactics to get ahead. With a Titan, you start with a load of weapons in play. Over here we have a plasma cannon that we can charge up to fire and deal 5 damage to a random enemy and 2 to its adjacent units. It's got a splash attack. Our opponent has played a frontline unit. What that means is that we got to attack that if we're using attack abilities like creatures getting into attack. We can't just go straight to face and attack the Warlord. We can give a shield to one of our weapons. All of our weapons have the ability Siege, which means we have to charge them up before we use them. Every turn you get 1 extra mana, similar to other card games like Hearthstone.
Hail in the name of the 10th.
I feel sorry for our opponents, I'm reading all these fucking cards. We're going to start by charging up our Sun Fury Annihilator. Now, the interesting thing about the Titan decks as a starting place for Horus Heresy Legions is that, ultimately, there's a lot of reading to go on. Normally just checking the cards in your hand, but here I'm having to check the abilities of all the things I have in play. Our opponent wasn't enjoying the wait. I think they just disconnected. No, hit their back! The Iron Hands aren't that easily killed. They go straight to face. They attack with their champion and with their frontline troop into my head, taking me to 37. There's a strategy of, do you want to stun all the weapons, or do you want to go straight to face? We're now going to activate our Sun Fury, doing 5 damage to the frontline troop and pinging with a splash damage into our enemy Warlord here. We're left with 1 energy, so we're going to charge up the siege ability on this laser cannon on our shoulder, which is 1 damage to any target. 1 damage twice. When you don't go first in Horus Heresy Legions, you get a counter-attack ability that's generated by your Warlord. Our Warlord being the head of this Warlord Titan called Cypress Regnum. This one is lowered by 1 the ability of a friendly Titan weapon this turn. So for 1 turn, we can lower the cost of one of these abilities. We've also got a lot of Knights. Here's a Loyalist Legios, a Mortitian Castus. The names in Horus Heresy Legions are kind of mad. Our opponent has gone ahead and healed their character and passed back to us. They left with 3 mana unused, and there's no instants in this, so their hand must be full of high-cost cards. They've got hardly anything in place. I don't think we need to put out like frontline units to stop them from attacking us or any of that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to charge up all my weapons. I'm going to prepare the macro Gatling, and leaves us with 1 energy. We're going to prepare our shoulder laser as well. I do feel like I am piloting a Titan as I've got to charge up my weapons and get ready to shoot my opponent with them. The aim of the game is to reduce their Warlords to 0 health, the same as what they've got to do to us. Bearing in mind, their Warlord can actually attack us outright, and usually you both have an attack stat, so you'll be bouncing off each other and injuring each other like in combat. Here, our face doesn't really have the ability to fight back in close combat. They're also playing a faction that gives their units Survivor. So that means that if we kill this, it comes back with 5 life. That's what the Survivor mechanic does. They just played this Space Marine unit called a Corvin Squad that deals 3 damage upon enemy in the battlefield, and it's a 4/4. So we're now going to do 2 to 4 damage to all enemy units for 3 energy. using our macro Gatling. We get 3 to this one, 1 to that one. We're going to activate the paired lasers, and we're just going to shoot that one dead. Get it out of there. I'm just going to charge up my macro laser again. Oh, no, I can't. It actually works like any other card in play. Even though it's a fortification or a Titan weapon, instead of like a vehicle or a creature, they can only be activated once per turn. So now I've shot with it, I can't actually activate it. It is essentially tapped if you've played Magic. We're going to reduce the cost of charging up our plasma by 1 for the turn. We're going to prepare our siege weapon there. I'm going to pass the turn back to our opponent. Playing the Titan Legion gives you a lot of options very quickly because you have so many things in play already. Although it's a very unconventional way of playing because you're not smashing creatures into each other. Oh, they play a Dreadnought, an Ancient Branatar, which has 5 activation, destroy target vehicle or structure. Our Titan weapons aren't counted there. Some of the old cards have been, it looks like, errata to involve Titan weapons as well. But this Siege Dread can't destroy Titan weapons for 5 energy. We're going to go ahead and shoot it for 5 and ping with the cleave damage for 2 here. And then I'm going to activate my paired lasers to shoot it dead. I'm just going to keep their board as clear as possible. We've got 3 energy left, and I don't use any of the cards in my hand right now, which is probably an indication that this is quite a good archetype to play in the format, because I'm not using any of these resources. I'm just using the on-board stuff. I'm going to prepare my Gatling cannon and pass back. It does feel like a bit of an uphill struggle for the forces of the opposing deck. But I guess that would be what it's like playing into a Warlord Titan. 5 damage to vehicle structure or Titan weapon. Oh. So we take 5 damage to our shoulder-mounted laser. They've gone from shooting face to shooting weapons now. I guess they can't target our face with a grenade because this is a Warlord, not a Titan weapon. They do punch face with their Warlord and pass back. I'm going to play a 5/5 that could become a frontline troop, forcing them to have to attack it next turn. And then I'm going to just charge both my siege lasers and pass the turn back. So we've got our Gatling cannon, both our siege lasers charged up, and we've got a 5/5 to slap them with next turn. They've got to kind of deal with this, otherwise I just activate it next turn for 2 energy, and it becomes a 7/7 frontline, which is a pain in the arse to deal with like combat stats, but they might have destroy target vehicle or similar in their hand. The Dreadnought they played earlier, for example, can kill this. I love this unit here. This is very thematic. This is an Assad Chimera. It's a 4/6 vehicle. It has 1 energy, add a random Imperial Army infantry to your hand. Like, it starts to unload infantry into your hand if you've got the energy to drop into it. They're going to jam my vehicle. What a jam does is it removes all like passive and active abilities from the card. So I now have just a vanilla 5/5. My vanilla 5/5 will punch their vehicle for 5. It takes 4 back though and goes to 1 health. This allows us then just to Gatling laser the vehicle down. I'm going to charge my plasma, and I guess I'm just going to play a big old 7/6 knight for the rest of my energy for turn and pass back to our opponent. They have 4 cards in hand, 9 energy. They can play some ridiculously high, powerful tactics or units here. The Fall of Guard now does 4 damage to all enemies. That's a lot of damage. That kills my knight on the right. Still got my 7/2 though. They can attack it now to kill it with their Warlord, but they'll take 7 for doing so. They need to have something like sneak attack or first strike to stop them from getting hit back. They attacked our face. Okay, they're on 20. We can shoot them for 1. They can shoot them for 5. Yeah, we can shoot them for 5. And then the Gatling cannon as well. Then we can hit them for 7. So if we hit them for 7 here, it will kill our creature for 2. They're on 13. We'll play a frontline troop here. We'll charge up our shoulder cannon. And we'll fire the other cannon at them, putting them to 12. Meaning we should have lethal on board next turn if they don't kill our frontline 6/6. They play a 5/4 that jams our 6/6 and turns the frontline off, so they can now attack it whatever they want and not just the frontline unit. And they've got a 1/3 Astartes, like a cheap 1 mana 1/3 that has an activated ability to deal 2 damage, but it's obviously, it can't activate on the turn it comes in. So they attack our face for 2, and then that means we win, because we hit them for 6. Actually, no, it doesn't, because our plasma is random. So we're going to do 2 to 4 damage to everyone, putting them to 1, and then we'll fire our Siege Legion at their face. They'll come back with 5 life, because of Survivor, and now we're just going to hope the plasma hits them. It does. RNG is on our side. Yeah, we got them. We won playing big old motherfucking Titan over here. If you are playing Horus Heresy Legions, by the way, look for the Lodge PK's Wandering Poem. It's open for everyone. Come join. We're an inclusive and positive space. I just fucking dunked on my opponent, though. It felt like I was never, ever in danger. That's not a good sign, but maybe it's that our opponent's deck wasn't prepared to take on the might of a Warlord Titan.
Another one.
Once more into the breach, my friend, we unleash the dogs of war. I'm just going to keep whatever my opening hand is, because, yeah, I mean, we're just going to use the powers of our weapons. Our opponent's on the...
war to millions. We should not crave it.
Oh, that's very respectable. Anyway, in the grimdark future, bitch, there's only war. Our opponent attacks our sweeping area of effect gun to stun it, and they're playing not quite Dark Angels, they're playing the Protectors of Caliban, Defenders of Caliban. I'm not totally sure on whether they become the Fallen. I'm just going to assume they are, so we're going to purge these heretics. There's no point in charging this gun, because they're going to keep stunning it, right? I'm going to charge my plasma gun by reducing its cost by 1 with our counterattack ability, and I'm going to charge a shoulder cannon. This will force them to spread out their attacks to keep my weapons stunned. We have a 4 energy spell in our hand, or tactic, that will stop their units from attacking. We get to untap, and we're going to charge up our macro Gatling as well. They attacked everything and cost nothing last turn. So if we use Display of Might to stun them all next turn, as I stun them, stop them from attacking, we can then just unload all our guns in 1 turn. They are pommeling our weapons to keep them stunned. We've drawn Informant Network, it does 1 damage to all enemy units, which is pretty good here, as it kills 3 of them. We're going to do that. Then we're going to use our last energy to just get rid of the ability overload on this weapon, which means it can't be stunned by combat damage anymore. That seems like a strong card for this deck. So they can't stun our Gatling laser anymore, but they can stun our Macroplasma. They're just going to try and wait, they can stun it? Wait, what did overload do? Oh, overloads and we attack or use an ability that stuns it. My bad. They're keeping our weapons on lockdown. We're going to charge up this laser. We're going to play a Promethean Deposit, which allows us to activate abilities for 2 less on our weapons. Then we're going to spend 1 energy to gain 2 off of our Arvis lighter ship tactic thing. And we're going to summon this Knight, which gains upon entering the battlefield with the Valley ability. It gains frontline, meaning they have to attack it because we control a structure in the Promethean Deposit. That's a pretty strong draw from us. We've got 4 weapons charged, we've got 3 attackers, we've got a frontline unit, and they have to deal with this Promethean Deposit at some point. They play another something. It's some Dark Angel thing. They kill our Knight. They've got a 3/3 here. For 0 energy, they can make a Jaeger. They're going to do that? Okay, we get to... yes, we got some weapons untapped here. We're going to make this weapon cost 2 less to activate. Just 1 energy to do 2 to 4 damage to everything. Only did 2 to this, frustratingly. We're just going to use our lasers to finish off that thing there. And then for 1 more energy, we're going to put a shield on this plasma so they can't keep stunning it. A shield stops them just 1 instance of damage. They could ping it with a gun or a grenade, or they hit it there to take the shield off. Do they have a fast unit or flanking unit to hit it? Fast allows it to attack on the turn it comes in. Flank allows it to attack on the turn it comes in, but not the warlord. Like we have a flank card here, for example. They summon 2 Astartes recruits, and they pass back to us. We're going to make our plasma cost less, because we're definitely activating it this turn. What do? I don't want to randomly shoot one of the Astartes, really. Let's give it a go. We did randomly shoot the Astartes, and we cleaved the other one for 2. We're going to Death Pulse to clear off that other creature. And for each 1 kill, we gain energy back, so we go back to 4 energy. We're going to charge up our Macro Plasma, and we're going to... Sorry, our Macro, whatever they're called. Macro Gatling, sorry. This is not a Redemptor. And we're going to charge a Shoulder Laser. It's fun being a Titan. They put 5 Caliban Jaegers into play off of this... Caliban spell. They've all got haste. They've all got flanks. They can stun our vehicles with this. So we are very stunned until next turn. Okay, on our turn we can't charge anything up because they're stunned. So we're going to make our Warlord head... Oh no, we can only do it on Warlord weapons. Interesting. We're going to go ahead and make it so they can't attack next turn. And then we're going to drop in some airborne vehicle here. Pass back to our opponent. None of these things can attack right now. Although they do have an activated ability. Which is deal 1 damage. So it's going to shoot my stuff with their guns. Which is fine because it doesn't stun them. They need to play a fast or flank out of hand to stun this Gatling cannon, which will just shoot down the entire force. They deal 3 damage to my munitions, and I'm going to shoot my munitions, I assume. Ooh. This thing comes into play, it shoots something, and it stuns something because it gains flank if it kills something. Wow. That's pretty good. It's our turn. We're going to lose our Gatling cannon. We kind of really need it. Okay, so we need to give something frontline here. So we're going to make this shoulder cannon have frontline. We're going to summon this engine seer to give our vehicle shield. And we're going to take out the 7.5. And then we're going to charge... Well, this one's not... This one can just shoot, so we're just going to shoot something dead. I probably should have put a shield on this in case they have some damage here. If they have like a 2 damage shot, they have to kill my Gatling cannon, which is a massive player in this match. Oh, they can shoot with the guns! I'm an idiot! Okay, they spent the turn shooting with their guns. Whoopsie. They draw 3, they get to put some troops into play. Just a 1-1. Oh, Jesus. They get to grow their 1-1s to 3-3s. I think I'm going to lose this match against the Dark Angels. Well, they're not quite Dark Angels. My poor macro laser's getting pommeled here. So we're going to make a frontline 4-5 here. Kill some of these massive troops. Should have killed this 5-3, actually. I'm a dumb. Charge the plasma. And we're just going to play another 6-4. We're just going to start slamming creatures into play. We still got 40 health on our Warlord Titan body. And we've got some knights to play with. Didn't realize that was a 5-3. I don't know why it's a 5-3. Something's buffed it that I didn't notice. They make another knight that makes another 1-1. Will they stop playing these Caliban Jaegers, alright? I'm not a big fan of Jaeger bombs. They pop the shield off here. They draw a card and reduce its cost by 1. They get into the red zone with another Jaeger and they just charge in. They could have shot it there. I don't know why they... Oh, because every time one dies, they summon on another one. That's pretty good. We're just gonna fire our macro here. It hit the wrong thing. That was bad. Okay. We should have stunned this first and then killed it. Okay. And then we're gonna put a shield on our macro plasma. We're gonna activate these siege abilities here and pass the turn. They have 5 cards in hand and they have shit tons of these little kids. I say kids. I think they're of conscripting age, but I don't know what the conscripting age is in the 31st millennium. Oh my goodness. Grow the troops to big boys again. They're going to stun my lasers. Stun my macro. We need to draw our 10 mana one that shoots things. That'll be good. We did not. We're going to make a 9/9 for 8 here. Which will kill this rhino. Then we'll make a stealthy 2/2, and we'll pass back. These 1/1s becoming 3/3 seem strong. This seems like a cool deck to play. Like, it's a tokens deck, where you make a lot of 1/1s and then grow them. That's very cool. They stun all my vehicles again, and they play a Sergeant Zillion. And then they promote him to some Angry Nightman. So we get into the red zone, do some damage to our opponent's Warlord. And we'll summon another vehicle. I'm going to do Pride of Riser and give shields to all 3 of these. And then I guess we can't charge the plasma, so we're going to put a shield on the plasma as well. Maybe I should just be shielding more. Maybe I should be using my Warlord's ability to put shields on my Titan weapons to stop them from stunning them. That's probably the correct thing to be doing. So they're going to swing in with their tokens to kill this 7/6, which makes sense. Oh, they've got another plasma firing a mega tank. So they shoot it dead against flank. We're going to finish it off with this flanking 7/5. Yeah, we lose a shoulder cannon. This is not going well. And they just trade off with my 9/4. I have no way to kill that tank now. Okay, we can stun their stuff. That seems pretty good. Give this a shield. Prepare a siege ability. Stun their tanks and their things. And we're just going to deal 2 damage twice too. Do I want to shoot the... do I want to shoot their Warlord, or do I just want to clear out their board? Let's clear out their board. Oh my god, put 5 Caliban Jaegers into play. My goodness. That's a lot of 1/1s, and they can all do 1 damage upon entering the battlefield with their activated ability as well. Oh, and they gain flank as well? This is not good. We're going to summon 2 Skitarii frontliners, and then we're going to put a shield on my plasma, and we're going to put a shield on my... No, I'm not. I can only activate it once. Fuck! Imagine this Warlord Titan being swarmed by these fucking militia. So they smash down one of my front lines. They just start shooting the other one after slamming a 3/3 into it. They pop my shield and they punch it with their commander. Okay, it's our turn. What do we draw? We draw a 2 costing knight. Shit. Okay, let's make another frontliner. Let's make this. We can't activate this. So we're going to go ahead and shield my scatter laser, which was the wrong one to shield because this is charged up right now. It doesn't matter. They'll pop the shield and just trade in. I say trade in, they just destroy it with a brand of fire with 7 damage. They kill my front line. And now we're just going to watch them pummel our face for a couple of turns as we're out of resources. I think them getting the first turn to stun my Gatling laser was very big for them. But this strat is very cool. This is a very cool deck. We untap and we draw. This is good, but it's not good enough. That's 4 damage to 1 thing. That is not good enough. 10. It's a 10-10 though, so there is that. 12-12, sorry. We're going to do 4 damage to this thing. Maybe I should be just going face at this point. Oh, I'm an idiot. There's a front line there. Well, shit. So they pop my shield by shooting it with one of their Caliban conscripts. They make a 4/3 that has flank. Oh, because it gets to attack not the Warlord on the turn it comes in. It dies, though. Everything that attacks us will die. They instead stun my laser with this 4/4. That's going to kill my laser off this turn. This means we can hit their Warlord for 12. Oh, they got a front line. If we can kill this Warlord, we can shoot their Warlord for 12. Oh, they can heal their Warlord for 5. Okay. Maybe not then. Kill the Rhino. Put a shield on my Warlord Titan. I've got a Warlord Titan head and 2 Knights versus the Caliban conscripts and a couple of Astartes. Oh no. How badly can it go? This card is so good. Whenever a friendly troop dies, just make a Jaeger. They just keep slamming 1/1s into me. Do they hit me with their... They don't hit me with their champion. This is interesting. Interesting. We can destroy an enemy troop and destroy a damaged enemy troop. There are no damaged enemy troops. This is stunned as well because it's got overload. Oh my goodness. I guess we'll just do that. What we really need is some sort of wrath effect in the deck as well to clear out the enemy's position. We do have a card that does 1 damage to all enemies, which will be very good for wiping the board and then killing this. Although I wipe the board, they just make more, right? Yeah. We're getting our face pommeled. We're getting our face pommeled. No, my Warlord Titan. I paid 3,000 English pounds for this. Actually, I think it's 2,000. I didn't pay that much, but that's how much you pay for a resin one. Okay, so we can go deal 2 damage to this. And we can stun this. Killed it. Sorry, stun the ones next to it. Put a shield up. Pass the turn. Our opponent's got 23 life and 5 1/1s and 2 cards in hand. And we've got fuck all. We have 10 health, a Warlord head, and some Delta Omega 42 protectors, which I have no idea. They're Mechanicum. They're toaster fuckers. Okay. We're just getting shot. Just conscripts whittling me down with integers of 1 damage. What do we draw? Oh my god. We can't even cast this. We don't have a vehicle or structure to put Survivor on. This is it. We're dead. We're dead on board. They're going to finish off by zapping us and then pommeling us with their Magron veterans. Good game. Good game. I didn't even get to use a voice line. God damn it, Omnissiah. You betrayed me. Fuck. So there we saw me pommeling some Iron Hands and then getting my arse handed to me by not quite the Dark Angels. This was Horus Heresy Legions, a sponsored video. Like I said, I can't really comment on the economy right now because I've been just given so much stuff. It seems like those people who play it are quite happy with the free-to-play. There just should be more people playing this. I think the mechanics of the game are very, very fun, and it thematically really fits with the tabletop game and the Warhammer universe too. If you want to pick it up, I'll put a link in the description below. It is free to play, and the Titan deck is obviously a thing that you buy into, but the campaign and the March of the Titans event as well, you get a free entry when you start up, and it's $1 for each ticket after. If you like this video, hit the like button, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you all soon. Ta-ta for now.